everybody. Welcome to the Roadmap to Six Figures course. My name is Mike Ramos. I'm so glad to be with you. So glad to start talking about something that we think is really going to help you not only start your business, but thrive as a used car dealer. In today's modern era, this is not for 15 years ago. We're trying to really help you guys get to the next level and get away from the attrition that's in the industry. There's a ton of dealers that are going by the wayside, probably 10 a month. We don't want that for you. We want to get into it. No fluff. Let's do it. Congratulations, first off, on making the investment into your life. This is an important step. There's a ton of investments you're going to make into this business over time, but it all starts with education, which you knowing what to do and in what sequence to do it in. You can get these steps all wrong, and all of a sudden, you've got to repath yourself to success. We're helping you really trim the fat, trim the time that you're going to have to actually build this business and get you on the path to six figures in lightning speed. This is what we want for you. We know that the DMV is not all that helpful in giving you information other than pre-licensing, which is meant for you to really pass their test, and then to be able to fill out a couple of forms to write once you do start selling cars. And other than that, the continuing education is kind of a repeat of pre-licensing. There's not a lot of different information that they're giving you. That's exactly why we designed this course, and we congratulate you again for making this investment into your life. Let's get into it. Business successful for you, for your family, for your employees, and obviously we're here to help with giving you some great information. We've got a 3-ring binder with a ton of great step-by-step information. We've got 4 exhibits in just your first section. Then in section 2, there's another really powerful exhibit to help you guys out. We're going to walk through them all step by step. We're going to teach you guys what you need to know so that this program is designed for 12 months for you to actually take this to a 6-figure business that you can then grow on from there. So again, can't thank you guys enough. There's also a bonus exhibit at the end that we're going to make available to you. It's some great content that I think that you guys will really appreciate if you're in the stages of building the business. No matter, it's hand tailored. We're going to give you a link that's especially for you, that's got everything that you need from every form for the DMV licensing. We've got an example, every single one of those pieces that you're going to need to present to your inspector to get licensed. We've compiled them in sequence for you, whether you're a retailer, you're a wholesaler, whether you're sole proprietorship, whether you're a partnership, whether you're an LLC or a corporation. We've designed it specifically to fit your configuration, and we hope you enjoy it. By all means, let's get into the information. The first thing we're going to do is talk about the initial steps and the initial mindset change that you're going to make as a new business owner. You may have other businesses, you might have a restaurant, you might have a repair shop, but the used car dealer business in itself is very unique. So first thing, we've got to start shifting your mindset, because you got to start thinking a little different. If you've like the way that I started off as an employee for a big corporate company. So imagining that now that mindset has to change from I'm being told what to do, or I'm being given these guidelines and what I can and can't do, and I got to operate within that framework. You're actually going to be creating the framework. So we want to make sure that we change the mindset first and foremost. We talk about that in the course. The second thing that we want to talk about is getting a clear understanding of your target audience. The last thing you want to do is go and build a successful business and not have a real clear understanding with who your target audience is. I constantly talk to used car dealers, and right now we bond probably 1,200 of them in just California alone. So, and over the last 20 years of experience, from every angle of the business you can imagine, there's been a very consistent theme with understanding your target audience. For those dealers that are really successful, they know who their end audience is. They don't try to be all things to all people. They don't try to sell this, that, the other, just kind of whatever looks good at the auction. They have a very strict framework. They've got framework in place of what they're actually looking to accomplish. And it all starts with having a clear understanding of your target audience. We're going to talk about that. We're going to go through it step by step. We definitely want to make sure that you understand this in great detail. The next thing we're going to talk about is your mission and your vision statements. For sure, this is pretty much step number 2. Right after we've created this, you got to understand what the long-term vision of this business is going to be. If you want to eventually sell this business, and this is just a short-term thing, you want to build it for 5 years and then dish it off and ride off into the sun and now do it again or do it in a different industry, it's something that you have to keep in mind at this point. But your mission statement, your vision statement, it's really going to help you get your arms around what's important to you as a business owner, and then to start building framework around that to really morph, so to speak, around what it is that you're trying to accomplish and what your core values are. At the end of the day, you don't want to start building a certain business that doesn't complement exactly some of your core values that you might stand for. So we go through that process, and we're going to take it step by step. Don't panic. We're going to go really slow, really in depth, and the exhibits are going to be very helpful to you. So again, this next one is creating a SWOT analysis. We're going to create a SWOT analysis on you personally and anybody else that's involved in your business at this point. If it's you and your wife, if it's you and a partner, the SWOT analysis is going to bring some insight as to what your strengths are, where are your weaknesses, where are the threats of the business, and where are the opportunities that are most important to you. And then we try to get some insight around how you can leverage that into the business, what you should not really be that worried about in terms of trying to fix if it's a weakness. Maybe it's something that's worth outsourcing. We talk about all that, we get into the detail on it. Again, I think it's going to be very helpful to you. Another thing that we definitely want to make sure, again, we talked about the exhibits. We've got an audience targeting worksheet. It's going to help you really understand and answer some key questions around who your target audience is going to be, because again, you cannot be all things to all people. That is for sure. The next exhibit that we have is the vision statement worksheet. It's going to step you through the process of getting this vision statement in place so that this way you know exactly where you're going. Not only for you, eventually, whether you have a partner, whether you eventually have some employees, you have independent contractors that you work with, there's something very important that has to happen, that everybody has to have the same vision for the business. If you have a partner that wants to go one way, but you for the business want to go in a totally different direction, that's not going to work. Anything with two heads is a monster. So I can tell you that you really want to make sure, no matter what, you get on the same page with the vision statement. So we're going to have that statement for you. So the third exhibit we've included is your mission statement worksheet. It's really going to help you understand what your core values are and then to build the business around it. This is more an understanding of not where you're trying to get the business to, but why you're doing it. There's got to be the why that you have to answer in this business. Why are you doing this? It's going to help everything sort of fall into place for you. So we've included that in Exhibit 3. Exhibit 4 is really going to help you understand the SWOT analysis process. This is a step-by-step, simple process to understand what your strengths are, what your opportunities are, what the weaknesses of the business may be, and then what the threats could be to what you're trying to build. So we've included these for you in your 3-ring binder as well. So we've included that in section 1. Let's get into it.